Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 7th of March 2025. So we've got a few headlines. US stocks declined amid tech losses, growth concerns and tariff uncertainty. US President Trump signed an amendment to Mexico and Canada. So again, he still doesn't know what to do it. Their tariffs to make USMCA compliant products exempt from levies until April the 2nd, while data showed that a hefty rise in challenger layoffs with a large chunk driven by government cuts. And what does USMCA mean? Well, it means that these are products that must prove that they were actually made or originate in North America. So that's what it means in this headline. And this headline also alludes to the same thing. Stocks slump on trade, growth and chips concerns. And also a bit more here with the USM compliant tariffs until the April the 2nd. ECB cuts rates, which they did yesterday as well. So yeah, let's have a look, see what we got today. And of course it's Friday, so that means it's non-farm payrolls. That's what we've got. We've also got Powell speaking as well at 5:30 p.m. and then Trump's going to be speaking at 6:30 p.m. as well. So it'll be an interesting day to see what happens with the NFP numbers. They're forecast to come out at 159, show an increase in the number of jobs being created outside of the farming community. Right, let's have a look at the increase in volatility in these markets and kick off with the Dow. So yesterday, again, the market's still sideways. We've got this big cluster of volume here in the Dow. Is it going to hold, or is the market going to go down and test the 89% retracement? That depends today on the NFP numbers. But we're already trading once again below that 200 MA. It's not really holding the market at the moment and supporting it, as can be seen with the overnight prices there. Yesterday's 30-minute chart, there was a decline in the derivatives in the morning, which is rather unusual. We then kicked off with a reversal back up to the close, a good 89% retracement, and then we sold off again another cluster of volume there as the market found support, but you can see it's rounded over overnight below the DP, the 50 EMA and the close of Thursday there. And back to Germany, yesterday had no problem taking out the all-time high, as I mentioned in yesterday's alert. We got a nice cluster of volume there as well. We are actually overbought too, but yesterday no great shakes straight through, and today could do the same as well if the NFP numbers are good. But there is a lot of geopolitical stuff going on as well, so it'll be interesting. There's a nice interesting bar there. That volume is greater than the previous bar, but the range of this bar is greater than this one, or this one's less than the previous bar. So there must have been some selling around, and we're seeing that at the moment. How much selling? Who knows? So a bit of weakness there overnight, and the obviously market stopping yesterday afternoon as well. So we went straight through. Made a new all-time high yesterday morning. Market came all the way back. I mean, this is decent sized moves. This is 100, 200, 300 point moves, and then we went back up 300 points yesterday afternoon, actually 350 to be precise, making that new all-time high that we see there at 23,478. I thought we'd have gone up to the 500 level, to 23,500. The question is, are we going to 24,000? Because it's just insane. You look at a weekly chart in this market. Let me just clean up a few things here, and you can see how insane this is, how the market has pumped since August of 24, when the market had its last sort of major pullback. So where are we points wise that this market's moved? So just from there up to yesterday's all-time high, this market has now moved from low to high 6,422 points from August. That's a serious move, and one that can't be sustained. I mean, there it's interesting as well to see that this week, or last week, I think that is. Let me just double check that we've certainly seen some selling pressure around here as well. So let's just have a look. That's last week, so I don't know why the volume hasn't updated there. That's a bit odd. But yeah, I mean, there was selling pressure last week, so this may be the last salvo to the upside for this market for the time being. We'll see what happens today. But there you go, that was the 30-minute chart, and of course we're already down on the overnight as well. The low of yesterday is going to be very important, but what is also interesting here is that the market went up and made this final all-time high yesterday, and there's no interest in the upside all of a sudden, so maybe we are going to start seeing some pullback in this market because of that. And again, you've got that cluster of volume inside of the, looking inside of the daily activity, what's going on inside of there. You can see that shown there. Right, let's have a look at the S&P. And in the S&P, still weakness all the way at the moment, continue to move low. We've taken out the 200 MA, and we've just got the support to the left at the bottom here, these green lines. So certainly showing it a bit of weakness now in this market. You can see the support levels to the left. Let's just throw the one in with the number on there. You can see it. So we've got that weakness there at 5695 is where that's at. Let me just redo that for you. Yeah, so 5695 is the area of potential support if the market continues low. But again, we've got this cluster of volume as the market's trying to put the brakes on or absorb the selling that's coming into the market as well. Yeah, same picture yesterday as the Dow market down. We rallied back and then we sold off once more, and price is now below the DP and the close and the 50 EMA as well. It's going to be important to hold at the low. Again, they'll use the NFP numbers for this. Meanwhile, in the FT100, the market down sharply yesterday, which you can see. Again, cluster of volume, stopping volume. So let's have a look here. It's going to be interesting to see if the market can hold these recent lows that they've come down to. It's even taken out the 89% retracement of this move as well. So the 50 EMA is going to be crucial for this market to hold, and also the price of when the market came down to this level, 8611.2 there. So inside of yesterday's FT, the market sold off from the start, and it's been stuck in the sideways range since then. Notice that it's just heading towards yesterday's low. It'll be important to see if the market can hold at this level. That's where the cluster of volume came in to support the market. So watch yesterday's low in this market as prices go down and test that level. Meanwhile, in the US dollar, it continues to move lower. Just move this over so you can see where we're at. It's over here. Let me see if I can put a line on this. That's where we're going to with the US dollar, or likely to be, because at the moment we're doing an 89% retracement, aren't we, from there up to there, projected back down. You can see that's around the 89%. Again, this is going to be NFP number dependent today as well. Right, let's have a look at the metals. So once again, silver barely moving despite the fact that the dollar's moved down. It's Friday, it's Smackdown Friday as a rule, so don't be surprised if we see the market testing the 5 and the 20 bar moving average, if not lower, on these NFP numbers. Again, market down yesterday morning, down to the DP, which the market managed to get off. Got a pullback there, and then up. We've got the volume to accompany it there. And then we soon broke down, didn't we, late into the evening, and then we're back up in the Far East at the moment, just sitting above the DP there. In the gold market, handling a bit better, stuck in a sideways range. There's a bit of selling pressure around again, which you can see there, and the momentum is certainly moving back to the upside. We've got to get through the all-time high of 2954, and also through all of these fib retracement levels there as well. 30-minute chart for yesterday. Big sell down to the low of Wednesday. Market then was brought back, and then we came back and had another look. So they're desperate to get the gold price and silver price down to keep buying these cheap levels. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades. So yesterday the market moving to the upside. I'll just wind this back a bit. I was having a look there just to see where the all-time high had been taken out there, and it had. So I drew a line on just to give reference, and then we went through again. as that was the new all-time high, and then this obviously was that was the fixed all-time high. Then this was a new all-time high in the making. Volatility has picked up significantly, as you can see here. As soon as the market opened, that is about 60-70 points. So we're back to a situation where Ukraine war was the last time we were getting these big bars in the German DAX. Massive cluster of volume down to the 200 MA. You see the green volume coming in, and then the market moving to the upside, and prices then being stopped, reversing. You'll see them buy back in again in a moment, down to the 200 MA again, and then prices coming back a bit lower than that, down towards the high, and then again down to the close, then into the mid-morning, where we see exactly the same thing continuing. You can see it doesn't really want to hold at the highs. Something is very bizarre is going on. It's like the churn in the market, and prices then moving back up to the high, and then stuck in a sideways move, and then all the way back down. Big ranges these are for this market. And then in the afternoon, off we go again. We come back, we retest the cluster of volume there, and then there's the all-time high at that orange line, and then we get to this level. You can see there's the all-time high that was made in the morning, and then the BRN is after this is where the market had already made another high. I just forgot to adjust that, but then you'll see this being taken out as well, and then eventually we get some profit taking coming into the market. So little spike in volume there, red bar, and again that's the same thing. It's a selling pressure bar. The volume's greater than the previous bar, but the range in the previous bar is greater, which means that somebody decided to sell in that area, and then it made its way down and has done so overnight as well. And this is a big move to the downside following this as well. So there's 100 points there, 100 points there, another 100 down to there, more or less. So 300 up in the afternoon, 300 down. So a very, very volatile afternoon there. And then into the evening, just finding support at Wednesday's high and just hanging around that sort of level. But let's have a look, see where we are as we head into today's trading session. So at the moment, let's get some sort of pivots and whatever to have a look at. So we've got a low down there and an S1, so we could have a test of that first. As the market's looking weak, the averages are all on the downside at the moment as well, and we've got the DP and close above, so still some weakness around. Daily, you can see they're coming down to have a look at the low of yesterday as well. So yeah, weakness around in the DAX. Is this the last move to the upside? Well, only time will tell. It just depends what's in the peace deal next week as well. Germany seem to be using this their advantage at the moment with the algos and pushing prices up. As we've seen, massive move since August. I mean, 6,000-7,000 points. It's just unsustainable in the real world, but we're not in the real world anymore, are we? So there we go. That's it for this one and for this week. So have a great weekend. Keep an eye on those NFP numbers at 1:30, and let's see how the market reacts to them. Also, I've noticed of late when we're getting these numbers on a Friday, it's a bit of a non-event after as well. So be careful of that as well. So there's far bigger things going on at the moment, including the obviously the Trump being completely unable to decide what he's charging for with these tariffs, which goods that he's charging them on. So that seems to be overriding everything else at the moment. So before, the NFP numbers would have been really important. Now they're probably secondary to what's going on at the moment. So don't be surprised if there's an abreaction to that or no reaction. So there we go. Right, have a great weekend. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next